My name is Sophia, and I'm 55 years old. I'm going to tell you about the time I spent with my son's friend Nathan. We shared moments in the car, at home, and in places you wouldn't even imagine. Trust me, you'll be shocked. I've been married to Daniel for more than 30 years, and during that time, everything was great. We laughed, shared intimacy, and felt the joy of starting a family. However, as the years went by, Daniel grew distant. He stopped touching me, stopped saying affectionate words, and most of the time, he didn't even notice me. I felt like a ghost in my own home, and the only thing that kept me going was my son Oliver, whose enthusiasm and joy gave me purpose. Recently, something changed. Oliver's best friend, Nathan, who is 23 years old, began to visit more frequently. After a while, I realized that Nathan didn't see me as just another host. The way he looked at me changed, and for the first time in years I felt alive again. He is athletic, charming, and incredibly captivating. At first, his presence reminded me of the energy and excitement I used to feel when I was younger. One evening, when Daniel and Oliver were out of town, Nathan stayed behind and asked if I needed help with anything. We ended up sitting down for coffee and talking, and it turned into one of the most honest conversations I've had in years. I told him everything, how Daniel had become distant, how lonely I felt, and how I was at a loss for what to do. Nathan listened to everything I had to say, and I was struck by how understanding and kind he was. The way he looked at me made me feel seen. That night, Nathan and I spoke for hours, and I opened up to him completely, telling him about the passion and emptiness in my life that I hadn't felt since I was young. The way Nathan listened, the respect and care in his eyes, moved me deeply. He wasn't just a listener, he felt like a friend. But there was a pull between us that went beyond friendship. Nathan slept on the couch that night, and I went to my bedroom. But when I closed my eyes, all I could see was his face. The next morning, as I was making breakfast, Nathan appeared in the kitchen with a warm smile. He said, "Good morning, Sophia. That smells amazing." As I smiled back, I realized my heart was racing faster than it had in years. For the next few days, Nathan kept stopping by. He knew I was alone until Oliver and Daniel returned, so he stayed around to keep me company and help out. But with each passing day, the distance between us grew smaller. One afternoon, as we sat in the backyard drinking tea, Nathan said, "Sophia, you know I'm really drawn to you, don't you?" I was surprised but also felt a rush of excitement. I didn't know what to say, so I just looked down. Then Nathan reached for my hand and whispered, "You're an incredible woman, and I need you to know that." That moment was a turning point. With a burst of courage, I didn't pull my hand away. I stopped worrying about whether it was right or wrong and followed my heart. Our connection evolved into something much more than friendship. Nathan gave me a sense of specialness and desire that I hadn't had in years. But this new bond also carried with it an internal conflict. I was always caught between right and wrong, and my relationship with Nathan overshadowed my marriage to Daniel. Yet every time I looked at Nathan, I couldn't deny the reality of the times we spent together. One day, Nathan and I went on a little out-of-town trip. As we strolled along the beach, it felt like an escape. My eyes welled up with tears as Nathan grabbed my hand and whispered, "When I'm with you, nothing else matters. It's just us." His words brought back memories of how love and care could heal a person. The time we spent together that day at the beach was unforgettable. The light breeze, the soothing sound of the ocean, and the connection between us all felt like I was dreaming. But it was time to head back. As we got in the car and started driving home, I felt a strange sense of calm mixed with excitement. The bond between Nathan and me grew stronger every day, but I was also getting more and more afraid of what would happen if Oliver found out, or if Daniel began to suspect something. At this confusing point in my life, I wasn't sure what to do. Our relationship deepened after that night. Nathan didn't just get physically closer to me. He made me feel like he truly understood me. What happened in the car that day was a turning point for us both. When we got home, Nathan's gaze hadn't changed. He was still looking at me with the same warmth, desire, and admiration. Daniel was still lost in his own world, and I was filling the void in my life with Nathan's presence. However, our relationship wasn't merely a coincidence or a passing fancy. Every time we met, Nathan reminded me of something I had forgotten for years, that it's never too late to feel alive, loved, and desired. Our time together felt like little miracles in the middle of a routine day. His touch and soft words about how special he made me feel weren't just physical attractions. They were indications of a profound connection. Our story wasn't a typical love story. Rather, it was an adventure full of impossibilities. Yes, I don't know where this story is going, but Nathan brought back feelings I had forgotten. We still occasionally meet in secret when Daniel isn't home, and on those nights, I wonder what the future holds. But when morning arrives, I think about how special Nathan makes me feel, and all my fears go away. Maybe I'm not doing the right thing, but for the first time in a long time, I feel like I'm truly alive. In the end, we all live for the feelings we have, and Nathan showed me just how powerful those feelings can be.